y'all, so it's 5 a.m. and to prove I'm not even lying, it's actually 5:37 a.m. and I am bugging. So I literally just showed you guys all these steps with this wig and I was not even filming. The camera wasn't even on the filming setting, it was on the picture setting. That's how crazy I am. But let's start over. So YS Wigs sent me another gorgeous wig. I went ahead and started the process of getting her ready for you guys. Now what I loved about this wig is that it came already pre-colored and styled. It has some gorgeous curls in there. Now I did open this wig up a couple days and I did not restore it properly until it was time to film. So they are a little bit frizzy, but we are going to go ahead and touch them up today. But it's a nice beautiful brown ombre with a dark root. It came with baby hair. It's a 360 lace wig, so I took the initiative to cut off the back half of the lace, just, you know, so I won't be able or have trouble trying to cut it off or remove it once the wig is on my head. They give you your comb in the back, which I don't like to use these combs because I do feel like as I'm getting older I need to protect my edges just as much in the back as I do in the front. But sometimes when I really don't have time to like bond it in the front, or my elastic band is not in place or something like that, this kind of comes in handy as like a backup life support. I also went ahead and adjusted the straps back here. Up front it does have two combs. I believe it has three. No, up front it has two combs. I added the elastic band, which I tried to show you guys, but I was not filming. And then the last step that I did on camera, which kind of got messy, but this is the Sally Hansen's airbrush leg spray. I get the color medium glow. I'm not sure if there's one that suits my skin better than this, but I go ahead and I just take and I just kind of hold the spray bottle a little ways away from, you know, the actual lace, and I just spray it around as much as possible. I try not to get too close and just plant it on, and instead just kind of do it from a distance. And the reason I try to do it from a distance is simply because this stuff is very thick and it's very heavy, and as you guys can see it kind of builds up around there. So I'm going to take a wipe and get that. I also took this old shirt which I was using to dry a couple weeks. I was basically using it as a towel, and as you guys can see there, that print there was pretty much me dabbing this. This does transfer, so basically if you have on a wig cap or if you don't have on a wig cap, whatever is going to be touching this, aka either your hair or a wig cap, will get some of this on it. So beware that your wig cap is going to be no good, or if you don't use a wig cap, this is going to get in your hair a little bit. You can also just sit it out at this point and allow it to air dry. Like if you're going to be wearing your wig like the next day, the night before, you can kind of spray it down really good and then just leave it. Now this more so tints the lace than anything. I feel like if you lay it on pretty thick, it might conceal the knots a little bit, but more so I just want the lace to look a little bit more like my skin. Another downside is that it does transfer. You kind of see how it got a little bit ashy. So this is what the wig looks like on. As I said before, it was pre-styled. I just did not keep up with it well enough, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and style it here today. So this is me brushing it out for the first time. Wasn't too much tangling or shedding, a little bit, but you know, just basically normal. You can see here it's a little bit washed out, and that's because of that leg spray that we applied. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water so that I can cancel that out, and also it'll make it easier to go ahead and tweeze the hairline out to my liking. So of course you're going to go ahead and cut off the excess lace. I did have a little bit of makeup, so I had to wipe that off. No biggie. Absolutely love the way this wig looks on me. So of course I was feeling myself. So next you're going to go ahead and separate out the hair that you would like to use for baby hair. In this case the wig is pre-plucked, so I did not need to go in, but of course you know I'm extra, so I went ahead and customized it a little bit more. Here I'm doing the pull method where I literally just pull out hair as needed, and then I was trying to, you know, try the wig on for size and fit it, and it needed to be cut around the ears, which is a huge thing. Make sure that you cut around the ear, but also make sure that you're not cutting off that elastic band that you may have sewn in beforehand. So here I am just going ahead and customizing a little bit more. Again, this is pre-plucked, so you definitely don't need to. If you like yours to be super plucked in the front like I do sometimes, then you can go ahead and do so. Again, I did not bleach the knots, so if you want to do that, that would definitely add a flawless finish for this one. But as I said before, I added the leg spray, which kind of made the wig in the end, you know, blend with my skin. Right now it is wet, so you're going to see that it's going to look better in the very end, like once everything dries and everything comes together. But you know, just trust the process. Now there I went ahead and trimmed the baby hair down, and I went ahead off camera and caught up with the other side. Now I just added a layer of my Got To Be Glued freeze spray, and I am bonding the wig down. And this is what that looks like. I definitely love the thickness or the density of the baby hair that I chose. But again, if you want something a bit fuller, then be sure to just not tweeze the hairline. Now I'm going in with the Got To Be Glued. I'm sorry, not the Got To Be Glued. This is foam lotion. Now you will see, like in this part, the color difference. Again, once everything dries, you're going to see it's going to come together beautifully. But because I did use that the airbrush leg spray, it does make for a cakey appearance until you get to the end. So that's kind of why I was doing another review on it, just so that you guys can see the pros and cons to it. I definitely do love it, but it is a little bit messy, you know, especially during the styling process rather. Now I did a nice even center part. I used a little bit of foam lotion and a little bit of a wax stick combination to kind of lay that top down, and then I'm going to seal that in with a little bit of heat from my curling iron. I am using a curling iron today because I am going to be touching up those curls. And I just use that heat to kind of press in that product. Absolutely love these curls. They're actually more like waves. I kind of wish I would have just done more of like a wand curl opposed to my curling iron to keep the same curling pattern now that everything is done. Because I literally could have just added a little bit of a serum to this and it would have just helped this to pop. But, you know, I chose to go ahead and quote-unquote touch up the curls. But I pretty much changed the style of the curls. I don't think I showed it in the actual talk through at the end of this video, but if you see like in my slow-mos, that's when I kind of pulled the curls apart and you guys can see what those look like. They definitely are a different curl pattern, so you, like I said before, use a wand curler or you know, just add a little bit of a serum to yours so that you don't have to style it at all, because to be honest, I really didn't need to. It just was like that front on the left side that needed a little bit of touching up, but of course I got carried away. If you are looking for an awesome curling iron, this is my absolute favorite. I feel like this one to me is better than all the others that I have. I have the ones from Hot Tools and a couple of other brands. I've seen people use the ion one, so I'm definitely interested in getting one of those just to see if I like the way that one is more. And that is what the curls on the left side looks like, and then I cut it up with the right side, and this is pretty much the look. Okay, so I'm finally finished with this one. I didn't show you my packaging, but this is the box that the wig came in. As you guys can see, it came out super beautiful. I went ahead and touched up the curls. I used my Babyless curling iron. I believe this is a 1-inch. It could be a 1.5. I always forget what does it even say it on here? I always forget what size this is, but I'll look it up and then I'll let you guys know. But this one makes the perfect curls where they're not too big and not too small. Sometimes I feel like when I do bigger curls, the curl doesn't hold as well, and when I do smaller curls, it just takes forever and it makes like a bigger, more voluminous look. These kind of are just like sexy, flirty curls. I'm all over the place, but this is the packaging. They give you a dust bag, so a lot of times I don't keep the actual hard box. I just keep the dust bag as far as a way to store my wig. They gave me a little holiday gift. I think it had like some jewelry or something, like some costume jewelry. Yeah, a little headband tie, and then some cute little, I think they're like Santa earrings. Oh, I wish I would have seen this before Christmas. I had this package and hadn't even opened it. I probably would have wore those Santa earrings just to be cute and cheesy on Christmas Day, because we all wear our Christmas jammies. Me, Babe, and the kids did. And then this is the bag that the wig was in. It was, of course, Of course, it had like the stuffing and the fillers to preserve the curls. Whenever I checked the package, I just kind of threw it back in the box. So that's why I ended up having to retouch up the curls. And then they gave me like this velvet sleeve, and it has some combs in it. I have 1,000,001 combs at this point, but I feel like having so many, I'm able to get rid of them a little bit quicker when they get dingy. But I literally have like a bucket full of what do you call it, a bucket full of combs and brushes and stuff. And then they also gave me some wig caps. So yeah, absolutely loved the way this look came out. This color screams grown and sexy on me. It's definitely a nice, fun, light color that is like appropriate for like the winter season, especially going into the new year. It's kind of like new year, new me, like a really, really nice look. Definitely gives me a whole different look, but I feel like this gives me a mature look opposed to like a young look, which is perfect for winter. I think this is like more winter, and then like you go blonde and crazy for the summer, which the video on this hair is coming up tomorrow. I gotta go ahead and style that one. As far as this one goes, I didn't put any powder in the parting. If you guys want to see what powder looks like, I'll show you really quickly. But this one was really like one of those wigs where you really don't have to do much, which I love. And that's pretty much the reason why I did not want to bleach the knots, because I would have had to like wash it, you know, let it dry or blow dry it, you know, and then recurl it from scratch. Whereas I could literally just go in and touch up the curls that it came with and be good to go. All the details on this wig are listed in the description bar. Oh, doesn't that look really pretty? All the details on this wig are listed in the description box. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.